What's going on, guys? One love out to everybody. We got UFC Fight Night. Gane versus Tuivasa. Prediction breakdown here, guys. This fight is going to be early on a Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be over there in Paris, France. 12 fights on the card. A lot of guys switch up here, drop off the card, they replace them. So a lot of couple short notice fights here. But we're going to jump into this real quick here, guys. Before I get started, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel. Also check out my Patreon account for all my face-off predictions and prop plays. And also you can donate to this channel to my PayPal account. Alright, let's get this started, guys. First fight here, we have Ailin Perez versus Stephanie Edgar. Ailin here seems to have a wrestling base on her. Heavy on top. Heavy ground and pounds. Stephanie Edgar is a short notice though, like what I'll tell you. So Stephanie Edgar just came off a fight here where I believe she got submitted by armbar by Silvia, I believe, by Maria Silva. Which that was kind of controversial, but she still won the fight though. But I believe she tapped, but she said that she didn't tap. So I don't know. But Stephanie Edgar has more of a judo base, but she can get taken down. And this fight is a close fight, guys. I can see this fight going either way. Edgar has a strong judo, but she can get taken down. But Edgar usually look for submissions. I feel Perez coming from different organization here, making a debut from over there in Samurai Fight House. She can get the takedowns, and I believe she can get a takedown against Stephanie, but Stephanie usually throws up submissions, so it's a tough one here, guys. I mean, I can see Perez grabbing out a win here, but there's also a submission chance by Edgar, and like I said, Edgar judo is not bad. She can sweep you, but sometimes she kind of struggles with it, and if she don't get it, then you can take her down and probably put her in bad situations. I feel like Perez has a better scrambling game here. Better on top, heavy ground and pound, and I feel the striking from Perez is a little slightly better. I feel Edgar, even though she can be a taller woman here, 3-inch of reach, but her striking, in my opinion, is not that great. So, and like I said, she can get controlled on the ground. I'm going to go with Ailin Perez here, guys. I'm going to say Ailin Perez by decision, but I'm not confident, guys, alright? Next fight, we got Kali Taha versus Cristian Quiñónez. This is This is not a short notice fight here. Actually, yeah, it's a short notice for Cristian Quiñónez, but Cristian Quiñónez is coming off of the Contender Series. Khaled here is heavy striker, heavy-handed, can get flat-footed, can get taken down, and usually gasses out. You know, he throws everything into his punches, and if you don't knock you out, then he starts to gas. He relies a lot on knocking you out. With Cristian Quiñónez here, he doesn't look bad, man. I mean, ground game looks good, wrestling looks good, scrambling, striking doesn't look bad. He's a pretty well-rounded guy, man, and light on the foot. Won the Contender Series here. I'm kind of liking Cristian Quiñónez here. I mean, still a knockout chance. I believe Cristian been knocked out before, but Khaled needs that knockout punch, man. If the fight goes long, he doesn't do well. I'm going to go with Cristian Quiñónez here, guys. I'm going to go with Cristian Quiñónez by decision, but it's a short notice for him. But I just like how he looks. I feel like he's a little more well-rounded, right? Next fighter, guys, we got Benoît Dennis versus Gabriel Marada. Dennis here is this fighter, remember? Very durable guy. He took a lot of damage though against Capoeira. Zaleski. He took a lot of damage, but he also almost submitted Zaleski from what I remember. Had him in bad situations on the ground. His opponent here, Marada, known for submissions, but Dennis is known for submission, but Marada has like 15 by subs, man. Like all his wins are almost by, well, basically all his wins are by subs. 15 of them, right? So he's known for submitting people. But look at the guys that he's submitting. 8-0-8, 2-1, 1-3. 5-0. I mean, there's probably 1 or 2 fights here, or 3 fights. I feel with Dennis though, man. Dennis feels a little more gritty. Could be more physically stronger. He will also look for submissions too. And I feel like his striking maybe slightly a little better, and there's a durability and it's a push forward pressure from him. I feel he can give Gabriel problems there. And I believe Gabriel is a short notice. So I'm going to go with Dennis here. I'm going to say Dennis by first round submission, guys. All right. Next fighter, we have Nassourdine Imavov versus Joaquin Buckley. This one, Imavov is a pretty good striker, man. He's well-rounded. His ground game has gotten better. His sprawls has gotten better. Buckley also gotten better too. Better fight IQ. Very explosive guy still. But he doesn't just go in there rushing and just go wild. He paces himself now, so he doesn't really gas out as much. This could be a tough one. I could see Buckley maybe trying to go for wrestling. But Imavov takedown defense has been looking good. And I feel Imavov is a better striker here, man. I'm liking Imavov here, guys. I'm going to say Imavov by KO TKO, guys, in the second round. Next fighter, we have Faraz Zaim versus Michal Figlak. Zaim here, striking is not bad. Fight long, decent movement, but don't handle pressure too well. He doesn't handle pressure too well. If you pressure him, pressure, doesn't do well, man. And every single fight, if the guy's pressuring him, he loses. It just doesn't look good when guys are pressuring him. Now, you don't fight well off the back foot, going backwards. Michael here, Figel, he pressures. If you're talking about pressure, this guy pressures forward. Wrestling don't look bad, scrambling don't look bad, the striking doesn't look bad either. But Zaim could have a reach and hide over him. Just guys that pressure, man. Zaim doesn't look good against guys that pressure, and he shows it every single time. It's kind of hard to pick Zaim to win. I mean, he could fight along and maybe get a knockout possible, but I mean, who has he knocked out recently? Nobody. I mean, he got a submission. Last person he knocked out was in 2018. I'm going to go with Figlak here. Michal Figlak. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Just a pressure, forward pressure. I mean, I feel like once you start pressuring, I just don't feel that he ain't going to do too well, man. I mean, anything is possible in this game, though. You could catch him when he's trying to pressure with counter. But this doesn't look good going backwards. I must say Michael by decision, guys. I'm not confident. Next fighter, we got Dustin Stafosk versus Abzumian Magomedov. A lot of short notice guys here that are coming up, man. I believe, I want to say Dennis is a short. Is it Dennis? Dustin. I want to say Dustin is a short notice also. Yeah, it's a short notice. Dustin more known for submission, but he can get submitted. Striking needs work, man. It's just kicks, punches, kicks, and is not accurate. Kind of off balance, slow at the movement. But he will go for takedown, look for submission. But the guy he's fighting here, man, is a very experienced guy, man. Coming out of PFL, very experienced guy, man. This guy is fast at movement, technique is pretty good, ground game, sprawling, submission. Guy's pretty well rounded, man. I mean, anything is possible. Making his debut, though. A lot of debut guys here are fighting. KSW. I'm liking Abbas here. I'm not saying Abbas. I'm liking Abbas. I'm going to say Abbas by decision, guys. I feel like he's just a more complete fighter. I mean, like, again, anything can happen. The guy could be a complete fighter and then, may not have the UFC experience. It's a different organization. Dustin already has that. I believe he has, fought 3 times. Won the Contender Series by submission, slam, arm injury. Okay, slam, okay, the arm injury. Lost to Duckos, lost to Vera, lost to GM3. Beat Dwight Grant here. I mean, so it's 1-3 in UFC. Or 1-2. No, he's 1-3. I'm liking a boss here. I'm going to say a boss by decision. Alright. Next fight here we have Charles Jourdain versus Nathaniel Wood. It's a tricky one. I feel Nathaniel Wood is a very experienced guy, man. He's a very experienced guy. I mean, he lost to Casey Kenny, who was an experienced guy. Lost to John Donson, who was a veteran. He's an experienced guy, man. I mean, not taking anything away from Jourdain. I mean, Jourdain has a puncher's chance, and Nathaniel Wood is known to get hurt in the fight and get dazed, especially if he can get knocked out too. So If Jordan just come forward and will start throwing pressure, could give Wood problem, but Wood is also going to be throwing punches too. This is a tricky one. It's going to be a good fight though. Both guys are pretty good strikers. I just feel Wood is a little more well-rounded. He will go for takedowns and submissions, but he can get hurt though. That's the thing about this fight. And the fight seems like it could favor Jordan because he has the power and he pressure forward. So this could be a fight where Jordan could win this fight. But man, I just feel like Wood is just a more technical, more experienced. Not the more technical in striking. I think they're pretty much kind of even. I think Wood is maybe a slight more. Feel more technical in the striking, but Jordan is technical too. But I feel the ground game Wood has that. I feel Wood is more well-rounded guy. I'm gonna go with Wood here, guy. I'm gonna say Wood by decision. I'm not confident because Jordan has a puncher's chance. Believe me. Next fight we got William Gomis versus Generano Renens. These both guys are making a debut, coming to UFC. Both of them. William here fights long, elusive guy. He's powerful with the striking, counter strike, aggressive. Sometimes you get kind of wild, but you can see that he has technique. Still needs some work though. His opponent here, Aarons doesn't look bad either. More tight with the punches. Chin kind of ride high a little bit. We go for the takedowns, but he can get hurt in the foot and get knocked down for the notice. So. And William Gomis throws pretty hard. It's pretty accurate, but he can get wild though. I'm gonna go with William Gomis here, and I watch footage on both of these guys, but like I said, I don't really know them like that too much, but I studied them a little bit. But I'm gonna go with Gomis here. I'm gonna say Gomis by KO TKO guys in the first round. Next fighter we got Nasrat Haqparast versus John Makdessi. Makdessi is veteran, man. Been in UFC for a long time. Very experienced guy, man. Been in UFC from UFC. Been here for a minute. From St. Pierre versus Koscheck 2. Holy crap, 2 been there for a minute, man. Wow. That's not a bad fighter, man. Technical, striking, taekwondo, I believe base. He looked good against a guy here, Agnesio, who's supposed to be, a good veteran, and he beat him. Can Nasrat pull this off, man? I don't like how Nasrat been looking lately, though, man. I mean, just hasn't been looking good. Been taking a lot of damage, getting hit with jabs, not moving his head too well. Seems like he's just not focused. And if he does that against John Makdessi will pick him apart, man. So this one I have to be careful with the guys. To be honest with you. But Nasrat gonna have the reach advantage in the height, so I mean, be careful with this one, man. Because Nasrat just hasn't been looking good. I'm gonna go with Nasrat, but be careful. He just hasn't been looking good. He's 3-fight losing streak, or 2-fight. Bobby Green beat him up bad. Dan Hooker beat him up bad. Just getting caught with punches, not moving his head. He's just not looking good in there. I'm gonna say Nasrat though. I feel he supposed to can beat John Makdessi, but be careful. Nasrat by. I'm gonna say Nasrat by decision, guys. All right. Next fight here we have Alessio Di Chakra versus Roman Kapilov. Couple tough matches here, guys. Alessio is not a bad fighter, man. Very well-rounded guy, to be honest with you. Just bad matchups for him. He's fighting very tough guys. But against his opponent here, Roman, he has his skills. He's technically sound, but he hasn't even won a fight yet, and he lost against Carl Robertson. Carl Robertson is like a 4-fight losing streak right now, a 5-fight losing streak. 4-fight. I mean, I don't know. He's like, he goes in there and he looks good in the beginning, then he gets taken down. He's like getting hit with shots. Like you don't keep the pace going. You know what I mean? Man, I don't know about this fight, guys. I mean, I'm kind of liking Alessio here for the experience, man. I'm going to go with Alessio, guys. I'm going to say Alessio by decision, but I'm not confident. Next fighter, guys, Robert Whittaker versus Marvin Vettori. Man, I'm liking Robert Whittaker. I'm not even going to break anything down. I'm liking Robert Whittaker all the way, man. Marvin Vettori, is a pressure fighter, decent fighter, but, man, Whittaker only lose to Adesanya, Thompson, and Court McGee. He not really lost to nobody, really, except for top guys. you know, guys that were champion or going to be champion or was trying to be a champion, like Stephen Thompson, who's a good fighter. Marvin Vettori, I mean, he has skills, but I mean, he only lose to Israel Adesanya too, Turner Carter Jr. So I guess on paper he's a good matchup because he only lose to Adesanya also. So, like I said, you know, it's a fight game. Anything is possible, man. You know, I feel Robert Whittaker is a better fighter here, in my opinion. So, unless he gets caught, anybody can get caught, right? But I'm liking Robert Whittaker. I'm gonna say Robert Whittaker by decision, guys, in a 3-round fight. Next fighter, we got Ciryl Gane versus Tuivasa. Ty has a puncher's chance. That's it. But pace, footwork, movement, Gane's supposed to can piece up Ty in this fight. Supposed to. You know what I mean? So I'm liking Gane. I'm gonna say Gane by decision, guys. Alright? Like I said, he has a puncher's chance though. You never know. Anything is possible. Quick look at the odds here, guys. So we're working with. See some ridiculous odds. Let's see some ridiculous odds, man. I'm loading up some ridiculous odds. I can just feel it. I can feel it. This is error 10. Oh man. Oh man, let's see. Okay, Ailin Perez. What? Stephen Eggers. Man, these guys are tripping, dude. Stephen Eggers is negative 250. Is 260. Come on, man. Come on, guys. Why? Egger is not supposed to. This is an even fight. Perez and Egger is an even fight. I have Perez winning. I mean, that tells you something. Edgar is too high of an odd. There's no freaking way. I would say dog or pass, to be honest with you. Trust me on that one. Cristian Quiñónez, Khalid Taha, even fight. No problem. I'm fine with that. Dennis and Murata. Dennis is 300, man. Can Gabriel submit Dennis? It's possible, man. I think Dennis is a little too high because Murata has 15 by submission, and Dennis usually dives in with his neck. So, I mean, Dennis being almost 300, be careful with this one, man. I have Dennis winning. Well, it's too high of an odd, man. And the guys who are so high in odds are not even in the UFC for too long, man. They have like 2 or 3 fights, and you know, it's not like they're winning. It's ridiculous odds, man. Buckley and Namanov. Namanov is 250, 275. I kind of disagree, man, because Buckley has been looking better. You know, and you know, he's look like he's sharpening up his game. He's not so over aggressive and wild, pacing himself. Namanov, you know, is a good fighter, but I wouldn't put him so high, man. I'll be Namanov maybe like 160, 150. So I have Namanov, but be careful with this one, guys. Zaim and Michal Figlak. Figlak is 225, 225. Ah, man. Yeah, the pressure. That's what the problem is. They know that this Michal guy's going to pressure. That's why the odds are high on him like that. Can Zaim win? Man, from the way he fights, he don't handle pressure. And Michal's a pressure fighter. And he doesn't look bad doing it. I think the odds too high on him for being a newcomer, maybe. But Zaim don't handle pressure. But still be careful, guys. Abbas and Dustin. Damn, I got Boss high as hell, too. Damn, they got all these newcomer guys so high, dude. Oh, I think he beat Dennis, though. I mean, sorry, Dustin, I mean. I think Abbas, yeah, I mean, he's more... I feel he's a more well-rounded guy here, man. Striking and growing everything. I don't really think the odds are so bad for him. I feel like Boss should win, but be careful. Because a newcomer, you just never know, man. You don't know how he's going to look. You know, a newcomer guy, Dustin at least have some experience. You just never know, man. Different organization. People come into different organizations and look completely different from what they look in other organization. You know what I mean? He's coming from... where he coming from? He's coming from PFL and all these other ones, but you just don't know what he's going to look like. He could look completely like a different fighter. So, yeah. Charles Jourdain, Nathaniel Wood, they got Charles Jourdain as favorite. Wow. Wow. Probably they're looking at this as more of the aggression, power from Jourdain. Can get hurt with a punch. Wood can get hurt. I like him, Wood, though. So, You know, it is what it is. The odds are not too far off, but still be careful. Arenas and Gomi, they're liking Gomi here. Yeah, striking, power, elusiveness. Arenas can get hurt and not down, so that's what's happening there. I guess be careful, guys. I don't know too much. I saw some fights with both guys, but I don't really know them like that, so be careful. Nasrat and DEC, and Nasrat's 200 and something. I'll be careful, man, with Nasrat, man. This hasn't been looking good. This fight should be close to even, man, because Nasrat just don't look good, man. That's basically it. And John Medesi is a veteran, and he'll find a way to win, man. Believe me. So be careful with this one, guys. Alessio and Roman, even fight. Don't disagree. Alessio maybe a slight dog, but even fight overall. I don't disagree. Marvin Vettori, Robert Whittaker, 200 and something. I don't disagree. Even though on paper they look at the matchup well because the guys who they lost to, and they haven't lost to anybody else. So, but I'm liking Whittaker though. Me personally, I don't disagree with Whittaker odds. Tuivasa and Gane 500 and something. I don't really disagree too much, man. I feel like he should win this fight. He should win the fight. There's a bunch of chance by a tie, but I feel Gane should win. But anything is possible, guys. Alright, be careful. Be very careful. Play at your own risk. That's about it there, guys. Prediction breakdown, odd breakdowns there. One love out to everybody. You guys keep on kicking and